A sunny afternoon to you, volleyball fans. We're live here at the Inara Sports Arena in Pasig City. Now it's time to ring the bell because it's the start of round two. That means more chances for the fan favorites to stay on top and everybody else to try and catch up. Here where power meets passion. Welcome to the Spikers Turf.
And we begin the second round of competitions in your 2025 Spikers Turf Open Conference with our league leaders, with our lone undefeated squad in the Criss Cross King Crunchers, meeting up against the Alpha Insurance Protectors. Those two teams will be seeing action for the first game of our triple header here today. Everyone jockeying for position as the cream is separating itself at the top of our team standings. Coming to you from the Inara Sports Arena, we thank you for joining us on Pilipinas Live, One Sports and One Sports Plus. Criss Cross and Alpha Insurance, our first game, VNS versus Signal, our second game, and then the Savage Pin Doctors and the PGJC Navy Sea Lions will lock it up at 6 p.m. for our third game. Good afternoon, everyone. We thank you for joining us now. Carlo Pamintuan, Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call. Coach Ronnie, Criss Cross undefeated, and they want to stay on top of our team standings with a win here today.
Top of mind for Criss Cross is not just to top this double run elimination, but of course to get their first title as of course the arch rivals of Team Signal, the team that they recently beat, while of course Alpha Insurance Protectors also coming off a 3-set win against Philippine Navy.
Let's now check out our team standings to better appreciate where everyone else. Criss Cross alone at the top, 5-0. Signal 4-1, Savage Pin Doctors at 3-2, but then the fourth spot. This is crucial because the fourth team will make it into the semifinals. It's still wide open between those three at the bottom.
As we get to day number 6 and we play game number 18, we find 3 teams as the pace setters, but of course that fourth spot, the last spot heading to the final 4, will be contested by the 3 teams all tied right now with a 1-4 win-loss record.
It was a surprising result for the Criss Cross King Crunchers because everyone was expecting a tight matchup. Perhaps another 5-setter between the King Crunchers and the Signal HD Spikers, but it won't be the case. It was sheer dominance. It was surprising not because of who won. We know that any of those teams can beat each other. It was surprising because of the manner of how the King Crunchers won that one.
And the way they won this initial matchup in this conference was a 3-set sweep against the team that beat them for 2 straight times in the last 2 finals meeting, and you can sense that there's an offense. They were +9, but what is not seen there is the better defense and the better passing that they had. Reception, a big plus for them that went in their favor, and of course the playmaking of Ish Polvorosa won that last matchup against Owa Retamar.
And you know, when you sweep a team as good as Signal HD, it meant that your offense was firing on all cylinders. But for Ish Polvorosa, that's not surprising. What he added to his game was his presence in the blocking department, making sure that he will be able to help slow down the usually fiery attack of Signal.
A total of 10 blocks for Criss Cross. And look at the contribution of Ish Polvorosa. We'll talk about the net defense. Anytime you play for Coach Taibundit, that should be optimized. And you're talking about a 5-time UAAP best setter, a season 7-7 UAAP Finals MVP, a multiple Spikers Turf best setter, but more than that, a gold medalist in the rather a silver medalist. A part of the team in the 2019 Southeast Asian Games, continues to be a part of the national pool that will be seeing action here in the World Championships. Let's see how Ish Polvorosa will weave the baton for this talented unit, not just to replicate their first round win against Alpha, but to sweep the opposition, hopefully get the first title for this franchise.
Coach Ronnie, when your setter owns 40% of your total kill blocks in the game, that speaks volumes of just how effective Ish Polvorosa was in that pairing of the top 2 squads. Moving on now to the other side for Alpha Insurance. Some confidence heading into this game as they were able to secure their first victory at the tail end of our first round.
We're talking about a team which has won only 3 sets, dropped 12 sets, but more importantly, After losing 4 straight games, they will win their final game in round number 1. Vince Nadera, Edward Camposano, Jose Javilona joining forces to make sure that they will not remain winless at the end of the first round. And they were opportunistic in this matchup as Joven de la Vega continues to be on the sidelines because of an illness. They made sure that they were ahead in this match. Look at the number of attack points that they had against Navy, plus 15. Also winning the battle in terms of net defense, plus 3. And then, given that they committed more errors, eventually they were able to get past the Navy Sea Lions in the tight second set en route to a 6-point win in set number 3 for a 3-set sweep and their first win of the competition.
What is interesting now for Alpha Insurance is that their top 3 scorers in that game, in that win against the PJJC Navy Sea Lions, will not be seeing action in this ball game. It was Vincent Nadera who powered their offense. He was fiery in terms of leading the attack for Alpha Insurance in their match, in their lone win of the first round.
Fiery indeed. He had a total of 15 of his team's 50 attack points. In the first 2 matches, he scored 7 points, 4 against Criss Cross, 3 against Signal. But in the last 3 games wherein he started 26, 17, and 17, that would be a total of 60 points for a 20-point average in the last 3 matches. And this former FDU stalwart will continue to try and lift the spirits of this team in their bid to get their second win, but perhaps not playing today to give his teammates another chance to show what they have.
We invite you to join our conversations. For that, we send it over to Miss Alexis inside.
Carla and Coach Ronnie, truly exciting to have our opener today for round 2. And with that, we want to kick things off by engaging with our lively fans on the Pilipinas Live app. If you're on the Pilipinas Live app, there's a ball just below your stream asking which setter will orchestrate a win for their team. Don't forget to use this hashtag SpikerServe2025. Also, you can visit our Facebook, X, and Instagram pages to stay up to date with the league. Again, the question is which setter will orchestrate a win for their team. Will it be Ish Polvorosa or Jerome Lopez? And for our first match here in our Volleyball Frenzy weekend, we'll be back here after the break here on the Pilipinas Live.
'25 Open Conference. Let's meet our 2 national referees in charge for match number 16. And before we meet our referees, let's introduce the 2 teams in match number 16. First, the Criss Cross King Crunchers. And their opponents across the court, the Alpha Insurance Protectors. And it's time to introduce our 2 national referees in charge for match number 16. Our first referee is Mr. Elindo Eusebio. And the second referee is Mr. Jofer Educado. Introducing the starters of the Criss Cross King Crunchers. Starting with their outside hitter, number 1, Nico Almendras. Opposite spiker, number 2, Jaron Requinton. Middle blocker, number 4, Kim Malabunga. Outside hitter, number 5, Jude Garcia. Center, number 14, Ish Polvorosa. Middle blocker, number 16, Gian Glorioso. And their starting libero is number 22, Mano Sumangid. The head coach of the King Crunchers is Mr. Anusorn Tai Bundit. Presenting the starting lineup of the Alpha Insurance Protectors. Starting with their team captain, outside hitter number 10, Francis Casas. Outside hitter number 5, Romelito Baptista. Middle blocker number 8, Raymond Sabanal. Center number 12, Moy Lopez. Middle blocker number 16, Jeff Abunyawan. Opposite spiker number 21, Rans Caholo. And their starting libero is number 4, Maru Takeda. The head coach of the Insurance Protectors is Mr. Mike Santos.
And we begin this matchup featuring the starting 6 of the Criss Cross King Crunchers. Requinton, Glorioso, Almendras, Garcia, Malabunga, Polvorosa, and Sumangid, their libero. On the other side, it's Caholo, Sabanal, Casas, Baptista, Abunyawan, Lopez, and Takeda for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. Coach, 3 key missing pieces. Javelona, who had 14 in their last game, Camposano, who had 15, and Nadera, who had 17. So that's a majority of the offense, but for the Alpha Insurance squad, it's about growing up. It's about giving the opportunities to your younger talent. See if they sink or swim here against Criss Cross.
And that's the call of Coach Mike Santos, biting the bullet, trying to push for something within his team plans, and that will be for the rest of the second round of this conference.
We know that the blocking was on point for Criss Cross, and it continues to be the case to start this matchup. That is a kill block to open up, coming from Glorioso.
47 kill blocks heading to this match to be the second best blocking team. Glorioso minted in the last conference as one of the league's best blockers. Starting out today.
Bit cold in the service area as Ish Polvorosa comes up with an error.
Glorioso, by the way, scored 6 points against Signal, while in their first round encounter against Alpha just had 1 point. Coming off the bench, did not even play in that set 1.
Pero tangkad talaga, Glorioso, Malabunga. Like, it's so difficult. You have to be extra creative if you're the offense of Alpha Insurance here.
Nico Almendras, newly married, played sparingly in the first few games. But you know what he can do. Look at that flare of a set coming from Ish Polvorosa. However, Kim Malabunga was named as the best player in the first round win for Criss Cross, accounting for 17 hard-earned points along that middle spot.
Easy pickup there for Sumangid. Polvorosa sets it up, and Requinton hammers it home.
46, almost 47% hitting team. Requinton, of course, a known bronze medalist in beach volleyball, is, I believe, the leading scorer for the King Crunchers with 61 points after 5 matches.
10 points in their match against Signal. Well, finally, an attack point as Baptista gets one over the defense of Criss Cross.
Played off the bench in the first and third set in the first round encounter against Criss Cross at 1 point. While in their last win against the ABC Lions, Baptista did not score, coming off the bench in the last 2 sets.
Very slight opening, pero napasukan pa rin niya between those two
Big
single
gap.
blockers.
Oh.
That's a quick, and it scores for Glorioso.
That was the main and focal point offensively for Ish Polvorosa. Their first round encounter against the defense of the Protectors. But something new against Alpha, with Alpha rather, it's Jerome Lopez now starting out for them. as the playmaker instead of Apolinario.
That will be another service error. So itong Alpha Insurance managing to stay within striking distance early in this first set because of those 2 service errors coming from Criss Cross.
Unbeaten since day 1. 8-1 in the last 2 conferences, but it's not that important for them to top the eliminations to eventually win and bring home the crown.
Yeah, because that's a plan, right? Criss Cross was built not to be undefeated in the elimination. Now they're built to win a championship here in our Spikers Turf competitions.
Almendras, Glorioso, Jude Garcia, Jare Quinton. Main scoring options of Ishpol Porosa, and they scored their first service ace.
That is courtesy of Requinton. As now they double up on the Alpha Insurance Protectors, 6-3.
Fourth service ace of Requinton. A total of 61 points heading to this game, 12-point average per match.
Baptista sent back. They go back to him. Picked up by Almendras. Polvorosa. Oh, that's a miscommunication.
Requinton tried to rescue. Rare miss or out of sync play for Polvorosa. This one. A quick was what Malabunga was expecting.
Yun yung hand signal. Yung hindi nagkaintindihan doon.
Ano ba, Tres? Service error. Moves Alpha, rather moves CKC to a 3-point lead. Kung ikaw ay yung protectors, di ka pwede makipagsabayan sa sablayan dito. At kumbaga, duduguin ka sa pagkuha ng mga puntos.
Oh, that's a good attack there. Perfectly played. Sabanal converts on the slide.
Well played. Well executed by Lopez. Sabanal 3 points against the Sea Lions. First round encounter, Sabanal, a total of 2 against Criss Cross.
Ayon yung hinahanap nila kanina as Polvorosa sets it up for Malabunga. That sends us to our first technical timeout of this opening set. It is 8-4.
Here in Pasig City for the Spikers Turf Open Conference. It's now the first day of round 2, and Carlo and Coach Ronnie, talagang Criss Cross is riding high on momentum as they had a dominant first round sweep capped by a statement win over Signal. But there was little time for celebration. Coach Tai Bondit granted them just a single day off before they got back to work. At the heart of their success is the playmaking of Ish, and also his ability to orchestrate their offense has been key to their seamless chemistry, topped up with his blocking. You guys talked about that a while ago with the firepower of Garcia and Almendras, already a given. But what truly elevated their game for Ish was the breakout performance of Jaron Requinton. Stepping up from outside to opposite, Requinton delivered the highest and heaviest of hits, catching everyone by surprise. Defensively, Manuel Sumangit also has been a rock in the back row, while the efficiency of their MBs has added another layer to stability. With all these pieces clicking, Criss Cross is proving to be a well-oiled machine as we head back to the first set, back to the panel.
Thank you so much for that report, Alexis. And now the Protectors are just finding the defense, Coach Ronnie, of the Criss Cross King Crunchers impossible to get through. That's another point for Glorioso.
And that's going to be a big challenge here for Lopez to figure things out in terms of running their offense. And ensuring na at least makatawid man lang yung bola nila. Kasi mula sa 7-5 natalaan, hindi na sila umusan. O 7-4, meron tayong 4-1 run generated by Kim Malabunga.
Oh, Glorioso took that one to the chest. Lakas ng serve mula dito kay Malabunga. Unfortunately, they will commit their third service error of the opening set.
And that's 3 of the first 6 points
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the Protectors coming off service errors at least. Malabunga, 17 points in their first round encounter, was 13 of 17. In terms of attacks, also had 2 of his team's 5 blocks.
Oh, Glorioso has been on point here in this match.
Pick your poison. Almendras, Requinton, Jude Garcia, who's still quite quiet. Then you have Glorioso. Earlier it was Malabunga, back set. Isolated, no problem. Line shot on that slide play.
Casas overcooks this one. It's called out.
Tried to swipe it off the
Yeah,
block.
yeah.
Off the block rather, but could not get that ball to connect.
At yan talaga yung mangyayari, no? Pag nakikita mo kahit anong hampas mo bumabalik sa'yo, you try to play the angles.
Yes.
That's a smart adjustment, but was not able to clip the blockers there.
Wala pa silang back row na sinusubukan. Wala si Camposano. Off speed.
Yeah. Smart hit from Requinton.
Definitely has grown leaps and bounds. Embracing his new role here for the King Crunchers. Look at that bump set coming from Sumang. Well done.
Float serve coming from Ish. Now Casas sent back by Glorioso once again.
Good coverage by Takeda.
Oh, that's just miscommunication. Free ball here. And that's too easy for Glorioso.
That's punishment already being dealt by Ish Polvorosa. Toying with the defense, activating every possible point of attack. It's Almendras to Polvorosa. And then the clincher by Gian Glorioso for at least 2 first set points and a 7-point or 9-point lead.
Almendras
Pambihira
gets
naman.
it off the check.
On the high ball, out of system, no problem. From 7-4, it's been a 9-2 run generated by the Crunchers for a 10-point lead.
Quickly to the second technical time. You have 6 teams. It will be a double round robin. As he said, this is already the start of our second round. The top 4 teams will head into the semifinals, where they will once again engage in a single round robin. Top 2 teams will head to the finals. Teams at 3 and 4 will play for the bronze medal, a rare attack point for Alpha Insurance here in the first set. Much needed.
All right. 6 teams competing. Double round eliminations. 4 teams, as you mentioned, to the final 4. Single round robin. Maikli lang tayo. By April 4, April 6, tapos na tayo.
Oh, that's just unfair coming from Jude Garcia.
Back row play. On the pipe. Everywhere. Strike anywhere for the King Crunchers. Just toying with the defense of the Protectors.
Off-system play, ano, coach? Wala na
Walang
sistema, ganun pa rin.
Iangat mo lang, sila na bahala.
Good serve. And it will earn them this chance ball. Polvorosa to Glorioso. 6 points in the matchup.
33% of their total output. And again, this time it's Malabunga who was the hero in the first round. Now it's Glorioso. Attack points 12 versus 3 in favor of King Crunchers.
I mean, when you see the net, you'll see the disparity in terms of the size. Pero paminsan, makakalusot pa talaga ng isa. Itong si Baptista. He's the only one who has gotten to score multiple attacks here in this match for the Protectors.
Pero hindi sunod-sunod. May distansya, may butas. Yun ang nahanap.
Yeah, exact same way he scored his first point. Just minding the gaps. Polvorosa with the set. Requinton off the block and out.
No multiple points here for The Alpha Insurance Protectors, just one side out. Just 1 point given up. Commanding 11-point lead here for the King Crunchers in full throttle offensively.
19 serving 8. They're looking to dominate this first set. Baptista. Oh, that is saved by Requinton. And somehow, some way, the King Crunchers still find a way to score.
Understanding that off a broken play, just get that ball up to the open hitter and they'll take care of it, cleaning it up and scoring another point for a 12-point lead.
Man of the moment, Glorioso almost with a service ace. That's a miss hit coming from Baptista.
7-4 was the scoreline earlier. Since that time, 14 points King Crunchers, 4 points Alpha Insurance Protectors.
No, if you're any of the players of the Alpha Insurance Protectors, you cannot look to your side and miss what's not there, right? You have 6 players on the floor. Same number of players on the other side. Hindi mo pwedeng hanapin yung mga hindi naglalaro ngayon.
This is a test for them, even by their coach. Meron lang hinahanap, meron lang gustong pigain.
Another chance ball here. Malabunga picked up. And that will be an illegal attack from the back row. Dahil nakatapak dun sa linya.
So they are 4 of 24 in terms of attack rate. The other team, 93%, 14 of 15.
That was the illegal attack from the back row. Or at least something positive here. Coming from Cajolo, as you'll have a double substitution. Apolinario and Macario checking in for Cajolo and Lopez.
Cajolo had 6 points in their first round encounter. Samantala sa kanilang huling laro laban sa Navy Sea Lions, he had 2 points.
Points away, wrapping up this first set. And is blocked by Sabanal.
Si Billy Anima na at saka si Rance Cajolo, yung 2 highest scorers outside of the 3 starters not seeing action here today.
Those are 3 double-digit scorers. Polvorosa with a quick, and Malabunga hammers it home.
14 set points here for the King Crunchers. Asaura, Joe Leisha about to come in.
Needing 1 more point to seal the deal here in dominant first set for the Criss Cross King Crunchers.
Gandang story din yung kay Ish Polvorosa. Played for the Signal HD Spikers. Won 1 championship with them. Moved to another team before eventually the franchise of Criss Cross came along.
Oh, that's a block coming from Garcia. And that'll be the end of our first set. Simply too good. It was the offense, defense on point as well, coming from the Criss Cross King Crunchers. And they will wrap things up 25-10 here in our first set. Cross King Crunchers 16 minutes to win that first set.
Absolutely. Sooner than soon for the King Crunchers. From a 7-4 scoreline, suddenly they stormed way ahead, banking on Glorioso, Jaro Quinton, Nico Almendras, Luke Garcia, Kim Malabunga, and the excellence of the entire team in terms of blocking, shutting down the offense of the insurance protectors and just taking the sail away from the team of Alpha. Ito yung hindi pinagbuelo. Ito yung wala talagang pakundangan. Merciless. Not even methodical. Merciless. And that is the kind of mindset that they want to sustain all throughout this competition. Look at the numbers. One-sided. Plus 10 in terms of attack points. Blocking, plus 3 lang. Pero yung dami ng attempts na hindi nakapasok at nahirapan ng maipasok ng Alpha. And then minimizing their error count. Just a seamless performance for a 15-point margin of victory in set number 1 for the undefeated Criss Cross King Crunchers.
Let's see how well they will perform here to start our second set. UAP Season 87 Volleyball is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAP Varsity channel, One Sports and Pilipinas Live, because legends start here. But Ronnie, sometimes when you are the highly favored squad like Criss Cross, and then you see that the main gunners of the opposing side are not seeing action, there's a tendency for you to relax. Diba? Play to their level kasi feeling mo magiging madali yung laban. We saw none of that coming from the King Crunchers.
Kasi hindi ganun si Coach Tai eh. So, si Coach Tai talagang nakadiin. At alam niya that any single time that you loosen your guard or let your guard down, madidisgrasya ka. Nakakita tayo ng ilang laro eh. At sila, na-disgrasya na rin sila nakaraang conference, di ba? Mahirap. Mahirap talaga.
So start of the second set, we will open things up with Lopez, the setter. Back in action here from the back row, and that is in for Garcia.
Back-to-back MVP awards. 2 bronze medalists in the Southeast Asian Games. Missing in his armory, a Spikers Turf Championship.
And that is the plan for the Criss Cross King Crunchers. The quick
Nice one.
beats Sumanggit.
First one along that line.
Cause for celebration to
Yes,
the many
indeed.
supporters of
Yes,
Alpha
yes, yes.
Insurance.
Nagantay sila ng mga 17.5 minutes for that first point coming from their middle blocker.
And the key here is always huwag kang magpauna, right? Stay within striking distance. Kasi if you allow Criss Cross to get any sort of good advantage, they're gone. Hindi mo na mahahabol yan. And that certainly will not help, as the second point of the King Crunchers will be donated to them via a service error. Chu Injigha checking in for the first time. And then the blocking still there, still present from Garcia.
5 blocks right now for the King Crunchers. Garcia working hard again defensively. A big-time two-way player joining forces with Injiga to deny. Once again, the insurance protectors, that was Kaholo, denied in that last sequence.
Hirap piliin kung saan ka pupunta eh. Lahat nakapayong as Injigha is on the board now.
Kasi Jerome Lopez ay napaka-utak na playmaker. Mahusay din naman. Pero this time it's Injiga on that single block for a 3-point lead.
Nakasalubong ko lang sa High Street kagabi to eh. Literally.
Di ba umulan?
I saw him walking.
Di ba umulan kagabi?
Si Injiga.
Paulan-ulan eh. Alam ko kung ba't mo siya nasalubong. Kasi nagwa-warm up na siya.
Papunta na dito.
Good excuse.
Naglalakad na papunta dito.
Huwag mo na sabihin ko nung oras.
Maaga, maaga.
Ayun, papunta na.
42 is our count right now. As Injiga gets it off the block. Talagang kakapasok lang eh. Siya na yung pinupuntahan. Ito si Ish Polvorosa.
Ganyan. Ganyan, paikutin Ish Polvorosa ang kanyang ball distribution. Injiga, 2 points played in the third set in their first round encounters. Sa kanilang huling laro naman, Injiga did not even play against the Signal HD Spikers.
But now, the protectors cannot find a way to beat Injiga. Manning that net together with Polvorosa.
Well, that's a human eraser at work, like a wiper. Kanina, 7-4 bago sila kumawala. Dito, maaga pa lang. Gusto nang iwanan.
Lopez with the set.
Meron tayong libero dito. Si Rico.
Muntik na tayong tamaan doon, Coach Ronnie.
Aha, tignan mo,
Doon sa lakas
magre-ricochet
ng
ito.
pagkakahampas nitong si Kaholo.
Ang ganda. Good defense.
Good reception to the quick, pero nadepensahan. Garcia naman gets it through, and that's a net touch.
Yun ang mabigat eh. On the first denial, on the next transition play, pag binigay sa open, yun ang hindi nila maibalik o masagot. Yan, yung mga klase ng ganyan. Ganyan ang quality ng mga eyeballs o broken play na tinatawag.
Kahit ang ganda na ng block mo, buhay yung bola eh.
Masyadong-
Maganda rin yung floor defense kasi na itong
Masyadong
Criss Cross.
mabigat yung mga wing spikers. Ayan.
That will be a service ace for Garcia.
Boom, boom, pow. For Jude Garcia for a fight.
Surf Open Conference, Carla and Coach Ronnie on the side of the Alpha Insurance Protectors. I got to talk to Billy Anima, and he shared to me that the top 3 scorers are not playing today for the sole purpose of showing this round to how Alpha's roster is deep and productive, even with the key players taking a back seat. This is also to test the waters of their resilience when faced with a strong team. Billy shared to me that his role of being the vocal leader as a support to Edward Camposano's leadership, who's leading more by action and not by words. We all know these players all came from big collegiate teams that had such stellar systems. Their challenge given their 1-month training is how to find the middle ground and create their shared identity for Alpha. They may be a young team, but their eagerness to learn from their opponents is preparing them for their bright future. Back to set 2.
Maraming salamat for that report, Alexis. As a new squad, as one of the new franchises dito sa ating Spikers Turf, identity is something that you work on, right? For
Character.
Alpha Insurance. And ito yung hamon ng coaching staff nila. Okay, yes, we have 3 guys who can score double digits anytime, but for us to be competitive against the best teams, our bench must be good as well. At dito, sinusubukan silang pahinugin ng kanilang coaching staff.
So hindi pa sulpot-sulpot, kundi extended and extensive floor time ang binibigay sa kanila para mahasa sa mas malalim na competition. Kasi every play date may laro eh.
But the defense, the floor defense of Alpha Insurance waking up here. Good exchanges.
Wow.
Back row attack picked up. Good dive coming from the Ginton. Almendras with a point.
But at least we saw a longer rally.
Yeah.
Hindi katulad kanina, 1, 2, patay na yung bola. Better floor defense, net defense, at least is present. Ito na lang talaga yung pang-counter transition. Down by 5, losing the first set handily.
Another service error coming from Ish Polvorosa. Uncharacteristic mistakes coming from the usually steady server of Criss Cross.
They had 3 or 4 unforced errors coming from the service line in that first set win. Laid down to 4 here para sa King Crunchers after that last service error. Second in the set.
From the back, picked up. Good defense mula kay Requinton. Polvorosa.
Oh, nice.
So Almendras. It is kept alive. Oh, kill block. A rare one for the protectors.
Better floor defense as well here for Alpha in set number 2. Excellent anticipation after the change of pace coming from Polvorosa. And a rushed attempt. Ambushed. Consecutive points here. Scored by Alpha. Lead down to 3.
Almost a service ace. And Quinton gets that point right back.
You heard him asking for that pass. 2 claps. Ish Polvorosa obliges. Scoring run stop. 4-point lead restored by the Crunchers.
Now, what a mighty block coming from Abunyawan. Let's see if that will get them going. Lopez with a set. Magit with a bump. Quinton, another one.
But at least Lopez is now willing to take the gamble and mas iniikot niya yung bola niya. Pero ito, scoring off the block is Quinton. Totally confident at ibang-iba yung dinadalang opensa. 61 points, 12 points per game for the former bronze medalist in beach volleyball.
Glorioso sends that one back. Oh, that's just amazing blocking coming from Criss Cross Garcia with the denial.
8 blocks for Jude Garcia heading to this game. Total of 75 points on 65 attack points, 8 kill blocks, and 2 service aces.
Almendras with a serve. Lopez had to chase it.
Way off. Oh,
Net touch, yep. Lucky break there coming from the protectors.
so a total of at least 3 points of their 8-point output coming off errors by the King Crunchers. Is it 13-8 or 12-8? 13-8.
Garcia elevating his performance here in the
Yes.
second set.
Elevating his performance.
And his body as well.
Yes, but that elevation will continue to increase.
Parang nung bata-bata si Coach Ronnie.
Yung number lang. Yung tumutupi yung paa, hindi. Parang tutubi eh, no?
Grabe yung lipad again. On point pa rin yung depensa as itong si Chu Injiga.
Yes, understanding that Alpha is playing better here in the set. They had to also increase their aggression defensively and respect their opponents more. Buwaba na kanina sa 3, sumampa naman muli sa 7.
Arbasto coming in for servicing purposes.
Isa pang beach volleyball expert. Sabay-sabay silang tumawid at bumalik, ano?
Yun lang, malamig. Kala ko papatirin pa ni Coach Tai. Kasi pinasok siya for that purpose para mag-serve. So nagkamali.
Pinadtay lang ni Coach Tai. 7 service errors all in all so far for the King Crunchers.
Only blemish in an otherwise
Yan naman
flawless performance.
Diyan naman ako hanga kay Almendras. Akala mo hindi malakas yung vertical pero pag ginusto, made in. 7-point lead.
Second technical timeout.
Yun lang yung alam ko. Apat sa. Me at the apat sa.
Ikaw, Coach, alam mo yung apat na.
Yes.
Sample.
No.
Relax mood.
One syllable lang ako sa
Relax mood coming from this Criss Cross King Crunchers as they're up by 7 here. As we invite you to get your daily dose of sports updates and starting lineup Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 p.m. live on Pilipinas Live and One News. Also available on One Sports and One Sports Plus. We check back into the action inside the United Sports Arena here in Pasig City. Ako po si Carlo Pamintuan with Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call. Miss Alexis Tinsay is our courtside reporter. 8-point lead now. Jewel Asia back in this game. Woo! Saura of the second unit announcing his re-entry.
Maski sino, maski paano. And this is lethal. Roster depth. Embracing the roles. It's not yung length ng playing time. It's a quality that they put in.
Good pickup mula kay Almendras. And now Saura bumps it across. And that will be double contact. Kontra sa protectors.
Laki ng inangat, no? Tatlo lang ito kanina. 10-point lead. So it's a 7-point turnaround. After a second set rally here coming from the green shirts.
Jewel Asia with his squad up by 10. Asia with a set from the back row.
Wow.
Almendras slowed down by the tape. Recovery for the protectors,
nice.
and they get a point. Courtesy of Lacerna.
Lacerna did not see action against Criss Cross in their first round play. Lacerna also did not take part in that last win against the Sea Lions. So talagang binibigyan ng chance ni Coach Mike Santos ang kanyang mga manlalaro.
Pampakumpiyansa yan, Coach,
Correct,
di ba?
totoo
Pag
yan,
natatalo
totoo.
mo yung depensa ng Criss Cross.
Yan talagang malaking katotohanan yan.
But quickly getting the side out is in Jigha.
Honestly, yung pasundot-sundot kasi minsan hindi maramdaman yun ng mga players. Pero ito, magkamali ka, you find a little success, at least mahaba. May experience ka. So when the need arises for you to play longer, you know what to do already.
Femi Bagalay, isa pa dun sa mga sinasabi mong galing beach volleyball, Coach.
Yes. Record holder in scoring sa indoor volleyball as well.
Coming
Embracing
back.
his role off the bench.
Safe serve coming from Femi. It's that results to an ace.
Always ready. That's what Femi is all about. Saka very happy, no? Magandang demeanor.
Another good serve coming from Femi. At siya rin, yung makakasalo ng bola sa likod. Ooh, bumangga. Tumawid itong si Jewel Asia accidentally.
Sinubukan talaga niya makapreno eh. Prior to that last point by Lacerna, yung service error ni Arbasto yung huling puntos ng green shirts. Down by 3 earlier, behind by as much as 11 a while ago. As the shuffling continues for Coach Mike Santos and the protectors. Looking for the best possible return of dividends with this plan.
So you force your younger players to grow up, to gain experience here in this match. Marahil yung pakiramdam din ng Alpha Insurance Net is yung target mo talaga, yung mga kalapit mo dun sa team standings.
Yung
mga
huling
pwede
tatlo.
mong matalo talaga, right? Because a spot in the semifinals is still available
Isa
for
na lang
our bottom 3 squads.
Yun ang reality. Isa na lang ang upuan na bukas.
If you get your seasoning, get your confidence coming from Criss Cross, right? Baka dalin mo yan in your games moving forward.
Mabigat kasi sa team na to, yung unang dalawang laro nila, Signal at saka Criss Cross sa first round.
But then if you take care of business in the back end of your games,
That's
then
it, yes.
a semi-spot might be a possibility for this very young squad.
Investment ito ni Coach Mike Santos. 1 step backward, 2 steps forward, perhaps.
Ito si Injigha, only seeing action here in the second set. Making a lot of noise with his offense and defense as well. A one-handed set. Saura will hammer it home.
A hammer at the left. A tomahawk at the right. Too much pressure, but look at that adjustment by Jewel Asia. Iba na rin talaga yung ang laki ng pinayat ni Jewel Asia. Lighter, faster. Definitely one of the top playmakers. Ito si Jewel Asia, still up to now.
Too strong on that serve. Itong si Jigha. As the Alpha Insurance Protectors will continue shuffling up their players.
Substitution for Alpha Insurance of the APL. Number 19, Leo Cabanilla in.
Let's see if they can just, inch a little bit closer here. From the back row, Femi Bagalay with a kill.
Pinapa-challenge ni Apolinario na illegal back row play. Coach Mike will not budge.
Team captain Francis Sala serving for the set.
Now Saura serving for a 2-0 advantage. Easy over, chance ball. Saura with the first touch, the slide. And it is effective still. Coming from Gian Glorioso. Simpleng-simple ang opensa para dito sa King Crunchers. And that results to a 2-0 set advantage for them, staying dominant against the Alpha Insurance Protectors, 25-10, 20. As we check out the highlights of our second set, we welcome you inside the United Sports Arena for our coverage of this first game of what would be a triple header here today.
And again, King Crunchers replicating what they did in that dominant first set win. The only thing difference in this set was that they committed 3 more errors. But in terms of attack domination, it was there once again, +9 in attack points. In terms of blocking, even better. Adding 2 more blocks and making it more difficult for the Insurance Protectors to be able to score multiple points. And also, once again, putting pressure in the passing of Alpha. Having 2 service errors. At yung huling puntos ng Criss Cross dun sa duluhan is a perfect illustration of the kind of pressure that they put because of the service delivery that they've had all throughout this contest. 2-set lead, less than 40 minutes. 1 set away from another sweep and their 6th straight win. As the Protectors will try to fight for their lives once we open set 3.
And the problem with Alpha Insurance is it doesn't matter what kind of lineup yung nagsasama-sama sa sahig for Criss Cross. It stays effective, it stays efficient. As we are ready to begin our third set. Arena Plus, Stakes Sports. We welcome you back inside the United Sports Arena. Carlo Pamintuan, Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call.
Stakes Sports. Another set of different players here for the Protectors. Billy Anima, Casas, among others.
Sa semifinals, Coach, may X's and O's din ba dito sa Spikers Turf?
Pwede nating antayin.
Look forward to that in the playoffs of our Spikers Surf Open Conference for 2025.
Naisip mo pa yun?
Ish Polvorosa will open things up with a serve.
Is that Recanton or Intal?
I thought that ball was heading out, pero hinabol pa. So it will be a block to score the first point of the third set for Criss Cross. Intal seeing action.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's a rare one.
Yep. Ipulan beating that fearsome duo of Requinton and Intal. Again, that small gap between the two blockers enough to give the first point, a rare attack point for Alpha Insurance.
A rare one indeed. 28 attack points all game long for the King Crunchers. 9 so far in 2 sets para sa Alpha.
But they give up that point right back with a service error. Good serve once again from Pemi. At ayun, napayungan na naman yung opensa ng Protectors.
This will be a total of 11 blocks or 12 blocks already for the King Crunchers. Tama ba? 4,
11 blocks, 6 and 4. Yep, that will be the 12th. Yeah,
12.
correct. Yeah. And now Requinton. Smart hit there. Yung
Yes.
maganda sa kanya, he varies it up, no, coach? Mahirap basahin.
Yung control. Oh, nababasa niya yung depensa. At higit sa lahat, yung control. This one. Why go for force when you can go for placement?
Lacerna.
It's
I
the
think that
antenna.
was, yep, hits the antenna.
Gusto sanang unahan yung single block. But in doing so, sa pull yung antenna.
Now, coach, when you are the underdog, the start is so crucial. Kasi pag naunahan ka,
Hirap
ang
pumalik.
hirap makabawi. Ang hirap makalaban pabalik.
Kasi yung kumpiyansa mo, nayayanig. Maski anong sport. That's the reality. Until such time that you solve. You're able to find the solution. Paulit-ulit ang mangyayari.
And yung coaching staff, itong Alpha Insurance, not calling timeouts, right? Throughout this
Yes.
game, hindi sila tumatawag ng timeout. They're forcing their players to figure it out.
To learn as much as they can.
Net fault is... oh, hindi. Mukhang aaminin na.
Green card.
Yep. Point awarded to Alpha Insurance.
Natutuwa ako pag may ganyan talaga.
6-2 advantage for Criss Cross.
Ooh.
That's a good kill coming from Intal.
Another former national player. Again, by September, that big-time hosting of World Volleyball
Yeah,
in Manila will come into fruition. It's a big one.
Oh! Miscommunication there. Coming from the Protectors, and they pay for it with this attack coming from Requinton.
And again, Polvorosa making that play happen. Quickly, up 6.
Back inside the Inaris Sports Arena here for the Spiker Serve Open Conference. It's the first day of round 1 now. Carlo and Coach Ronnie going back here for Criss Cross. You know how some players just want to take a really long nap and rest when you've swept round 1? It's a different story for Jaron Requinton. Napump up daw siya wanting to train the next day because when he played against Signal, he was so focused. Di niya namalaya, nakagawa na siya ng plays na di pa niya nagagawa before. That's when he realized that confidence must really be the key to unlock the potential he has in diversifying his attacks. So ibig sabihin, he too was surprised. Hindi lang sila Ish Polvorosa and Kim Malabunga. Now he aims to work on variation for the next round and continue celebrating every point with the King Crunchers. Can they continue their sweep here in the Spiker Surf Open Conference? We'll find out in just a few. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much for that report, Alexis, as we're seeing, a point of a dig coming from the Alpha Insurance Protectors.
Diba?
A cause for celebration for this squad. Yung bugbog sarado ka,
Ayan,
pero
ayan,
ikaw
ayan.
yung nakapuntos.
Pinanching bag na sila. They were on their heels multiple times. Yet, on this defensive play, were able to score. And that's the reaction. Point number 3. 3 serving 9. Third set.
From the libero, nonetheless. Good scramble defensively there, coming from the protectors. Polvorosa to Injigha. Sent back. Garcia, soft touch.
Well read
Picked
by
up.
Anima.
Sumanggit keeps it alive. Bagalay off speed. This rally will continue. I think the best of our game so far. Pero nabantayan yan mula kay Baptista.
At least 4 blocks in this set alone. That has been the big disparity here in favor of Criss Cross.
The 2025 FIVB Men's World Championship tickets are now available. Head on over to www.philippines.wch2025.com and get yours now. And ako po, yung mga may init na game sigurado, yan yung mga unang mauubos, Coach Ronnie. We know the fans here in the Philippines have their eyes on specific squads.
Yes.
Maraming fans yung US, maraming fans yung Japan.
Japan. Oo. Philippines.
Of course.
Sa Araneta ba, sa MOA mo aabangan, di ba? Kung kami po sa inyo, pareho nyo ng panuurin. Tawid-tawid. 7-point lead. 2 sets up. King Crunchers looking for an early finish and prepare for their next match.
Again, if you're in the area, habang walang traffic, join us here inside the Inares Sports Arena.
May dalawa pang larong parating.
Polvorosa to Bagalay.
8-point lead. Kanina sinabi natin a total of 9 attack points para dito sa Alpha Insurance Protectors versus 28 heading to the third set. Plus 10 blocks para dito sa King Crunchers and 2 block total para sa Alpha.
Oh, that scores for Impulan. Hindi handa yung depensa ng Criss Cross.
Was that Pepito? Natago rin kasi. Kung titignan mo rito, after this pancake, yan na nakatago sa tangkad ni Injiga.
Injiga picked up by Anima. Ngayon, Ipulan off speed. Daga by Bagalay. Requinton.
That's good defense.
Yep. Couldn't kill it. Ipulan. Nice dive mula kay Injigha. Mula sa likod. That's just too good. Mula kay Garcia.
Just like that, Polvorosa goes for a pipe. Defense not ready. Look at the scramble here. Tremendous. The leading scorer. 2-time MVP. Grabe yung disparity sa attack points.
Ipulan. Oh, chance ball here. They go to the slide. That is too strong. Referee saying no touch.
No argument from Coach Mike. First referee, Eusebio says the shot was long. That shot was long for Coach Mike Santos.
Jump serve. With pancake reception. Pero ito, chance ball na naman. Polvorosa to Bagalay,
Oh,
sent back.
nice.
Ish goes back to Pemi. Will not be denied twice.
Ish to Bagalay. Denied. Ish to Bagalay. 15 in the set. 10-point lead. 2 sets up. King Crunchers.
This has been their most dominant opening so far. That time they could not deny the power of that hit. Good play from the reception to the kill. That was Francis Casas converting for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. Signature Rex Intal offense, and that will push us to our second technical timeout of this third set. It's an even 10-point lead for the Criss Cross King Crunchers, 16-6, as we take this break.
Ako. Kalimutan ko yung title. Hindi ko po, pero December Avenue po eh. Sa ngalan ng pag-ibig. So, hindi ko matandaan talaga. Hanggang sa dulo ng ating walang hanggan. Alam mo to? Hanggang ang puso'y wala nang nararam.
UAAP Season 87 Volleyball is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAAP Varsity channel on Sports and Pilipinas Live, because legends start here. We welcome you back inside the United Sports Arena dito po sa Pasig City sa pagpapatuloy ng ating unang laban. Ngayong araw, the first of our triple header, Alpha Insurance Protectors going up against Criss Cross King Crunchers. Ako po si Carlo Comentuan, Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call. Miss Alexis Tinsay is our courtside reporter. Nag-aarap ng paraan para makasubok bumalik itong Alpha Insurance. Regalo yan.
2 straight points on that mistake coming from Jewel Asia.
Casas, kahit pa paano nakakatulong,
Agresibo.
nakakapuntos.
Agresibo. This is a team that scored 61 points against the King Crunchers in their first round loss.
And this is a move coming from Coach Mike Santos ng Alpha Insurance to force his other players to grow up quickly, di ba? Tinulak niya sa apoy.
Yes.
Tignan natin kung paano sila lalaban, paano sila susubok tumapat sa Criss Cross.
At babangon.
Yep.
Pagkatapos lumaban.
Because they picked up their first win of the tournament with their leading scorers Javelona, Camposano, and Ladera, all scoring in double digits. And all of those 3 players are not seeing action in today's game. As a result, it has been this comfortable for the King Crunchers. Francis Saura scoring there.
Just the dominance and the discipline. That is something very visible here for the King Crunchers. No playing around.
Baptista sent back. Apolinario babalik sa kanya. Soft touch, napayungan ni Saura.
2 straight for Saura. 3 straight points generated by the King Crunchers after the score stood at 16-8. Back to an 11-point lead. Ito yung sinasabi natin, respecting their opponent, no playing around.
Yung mga ganong malambot na tira, kung hindi mo aangguluhan, papatayin talaga ng depensa ni Coach Ronnie.
Tapos na.
If you will give it directly to their hands, wala, solid talaga sa'yo yun.
Pagbalik, tapos.
So you have to play the angles a little bit more. Again, experience yan para kay Baptista.
4-point run here for the King Crunchers. Legal back row play. Five straight points. 21 in the set, King Crunchers.
For a quick finish to this matchup. Baptista one-on-one. Saura. Asia.
Ooh.
The hook from Rex Intal.
The hook and the look. 6-point run. Massive 14-point lead. Every miscue magnified.
That is Rex Olajuwon Intal with a hook to beat the defense.
Joel Embiid na.
Hindi naglalaro, coach eh.
Di bali, nag-MVP naman. Stops a 6-point run here for the green shirts, but still behind by 13.
Oh, naka-quick naman. Ito si Billy Anima.
Ano naman yon? Nikola Jokic, former Archer. Billy Anima. They get the double digits here in set 3, but behind still by 12.
Tatlo na lang ang kailangan ng King Crunchers to put this one away. They go to a quick one.
Dalawa na lang.
And that was Rex Intal scoring.
At may strike dito. Up 13, 23-10. Another sweep in the making here for the King Crunchers.
Good serve coming from Intal. That's picked up by Saura. Ibabalik sa kanya and he baits the double block of Alpha Insurance.
15 sets won, 3 sets lost. Criss Cross. Three sweep of a win so far para sa King Crunchers looking for their fourth. Samantala sa kabila, 6 sets won, 12 sets lost. 1 game so far ang napapanalo ng Alpha Insurance Protectors will go down to 1-5 with this impending loss. Service error ulit si Abbas.
Pakamot na lang si Coach tayo ulit. Gusto niyo subukan, di ba? Sino sa inyo yung kaya pang mag-serve, di ba? Kahit na malamig coming off that second unit. And that will be the end of this game delivered by Jude Garcia. Power overwhelming for the Criss Cross King Crunchers, making short work of the Alpha Insurance Protectors in the first game of our triple header. At dyan po magtatapos yung laban. The reception from Pemi, the set from Jewel, and then the kill mula kay Jude Garcia. He'll wrap things up. King Crunchers staying undefeated.
round 2, and the Criss Cross King Crunchers dominated over the Alpha Insurance Protectors in just 3 sets. What a sweet player of the game is no other than Jaron Raquinton with 12 points, 10 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. Congratulations, Jaron! So after sweeping off round 1, sinabi mo sa akin na ginusto mo agad, even kahit may day off kayo, that you wanted to double time and variating, diversifying your attacks. How good does it feel to continue the momentum of your winning streak?
Masarap siya sa feeling kasi parang nagawa ko kahit paano yung mga gusto kong gawin sa training and nalabas ko naman siya kahit paano sa game kanina. Kaya parang fulfilling din sa sarili ko na mapakita ko din yung pinag-trainingan namin after ng first round ko.
And secondly, everyone from Criss Cross showed up today to contribute. So how big of a factor is yung sinasabi nilang fluidity nyo, yung gelling nyo, yung team communication and unity all throughout the sets?
Ang ganda lang na na nakapaglaro lahat kanina sa loob ng court. Yun nga sa gelling, parang hindi na iba sa bawat isa sa loob ng court na magkakasama kami kahit kung sino man ipasok sa loob ni coach. Parang lahat makakapag-contribute talaga. Kaya parang sobrang ganda ng gelling time namin ngayong season na to and yung bonding din namin parang sobrang mas solid. Masasabi ko mas solid this conference.
What can we expect more sa Criss Cross this coming round 2?
Siguro mas ina-expect ko ngayon sa team namin is mas palaban and siguro mas heart-strong, mas enjoy kami sa loob ng court and at the same time mas focus. Yun talaga yung siguro mantra ko this conference, focus sa loob ng court.
Kitang-kita talaga yung focus and yung pagiging heartstrong nyo. Ngayon, now is the time to greet your loved ones. Sino yung mga gusto mong batiin, Jaron?
Ay, binabati ko po yung mga family ko dyan sa Bulacan, tsaka sa Kidapawan. And binabati ko din po yung Nang family, si Sir Rolly, Sir Jonathan, si Sir Alan, si Ma'am Lizan, si Attorney Lily, and buong Rebisco management po. Hello po. Tsaka sa pinsan ko po na nandun ngayon, binabati ko po. Thank you sa pagpanood. Nagulat ako kasi di ko alam na manonood sila.
Andito yung support
kaya
talaga.
Nga po. Ay, binabati ko din po yung pinsan ko na si Jimwell Salvania and si Claire, Christine, Kuya Nathan. Thank you po.
Congratulations again,
Thank
Jared.
you.
To the rest of the Criss Cross King Crunchers, don't go away. We have the VNS Ladder Creek Griffins going against the Signal HG Spikers. Don't go away. Back to the panel.
Thank you for that interview, Miss Alexis, as we're ready to see some of the highlights of the third set. Yes, there were some signs of a fight back coming from Alpha Insurance, but the attacking abilities, the firepower of Criss Cross simply overwhelming, and it came from everyone. Lahat talaga nagtulungan, lahat on point. Everyone was focused to make sure that this will be a dominant performance for the undefeated squad.
The undefeated squad repeats over the team that they beat in the first round. But in the first round, Alpha scored 61 points. Dito, 33 lamang in 3 sets. 5 attack points, 4 attack points in the first 2 sets, came up with 9 in the third set loss. But eventually, just a one-sided win here para sa King Crunchers. Blocking was outstanding. The points of attack simply too much for Alpha to be able to handle with 3 key players not suited up for them today. It was a tall order, but still they gave the best shot. But eventually, itong team ng Criss Cross King Crunchers will not be denied and will steamroll their way to their 6th straight wins, still unbeaten up to this point of the competition.
Yung konting positive lang, yan yung pinakamataas na attack numbers nitong Alpha throughout this match, right?
Totoo yan.
The 9 attacks. Yan, nakita mo yung laban kahit papano coming from the younger
Lumaban talaga.
Alpha Insurance Protectors here against the dominant Criss Cross King Crunchers. Diyan po magtatapos ang ating laban, ang ating unang laban. Up next, we have the VNS Griffins going up against the angry, bounce-back looking Signal HD Spikers sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating 2025 Spikers Turf Open Conference second round. Dito yan sa loob ng Inares Sports Arena. We thank you for joining us on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. More volleyball action coming your way. For Miss Alexis Insay and Coach Ronnie Magsanok, ako po si Carlo Momentuan, thanking you for joining us here in our first game.